Hey everybody, welcome to your first Flip Classroom lesson. I promise you it's going to be painless. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the age of exploration, and starting off with that, we're going to go through the 5 reasons that the Europeans explored. Here's what I want you to do. You need to go get your spiral. If you don't have it with you right now, go grab it real quick. And what you're going to do is you are going to create the ship that I drew and in your spiral. It doesn't have to be as pretty as mine. Get it as close as possible to mine. Um, the key thing for this ship is make sure you have the numbered sails up top. Okay, so there's going to be 5 because we're going to go through 5 reasons or motives for exploration, and we're going to write each reason in one of the sails. Maybe goofy, but hey, you'll probably never forget this ship. I'll give you a couple seconds. And remember, at any time during this recording, you can pause it. Okay, so if I'm going too fast or you have to go back to a slide, whatever you need to do to get the information. All right, so let's begin. All right, so like by the 15th century, the Europeans were aware of places as distant as Africa, India, and China. All right, but they had no idea about the Americas yet. But by 1650, most of the Atlantic coast of the Americas would be under the control of the European powers. And that's what we're leading up to, okay, because after this we're going to talk about the 13 original colonies. So, hey, someone just had a good question. How did such a rapid change occur? Well, I'm going to tell you how a rapid change occurred. The 5 motives for exploration. That's how the rapid change occurred. All right, let's go through first. The first reason for European exploration was the growth of trade. So what you're going to do is you're going to write that in your sail that you labeled number 1. Growth of trade. If you just want to write trade, that's fine also. All right, so there was this guy named Marco Polo. I know you've all heard of him because you've probably played it in your pool this summer. Marco Polo, Marco Polo. All my friends used to cheat playing that game. But anyway, that's another day, different story. So he returned from China and wrote about the marvelous things he had witnessed there. His writings really encouraged the Europeans to start exploring more. Okay, he talked about the spices that he found in the East Indies. He talked about drinking the Chinese tea, the prize porcelain they had, and he also brought back, and many people wore, and they still do today, Asian cotton and silks. So, through his writings, the European merchants and rulers were anxious to find a sea route to reach China and the Spice Islands of the East Indies. Why did they want to find a sea route? Well, so they could ship those luxurious goods more easily back to Europe. All right. So the next reason for exploration, oh, I just had a moment there, guys, is the advances in technology. The Europeans had benefited from contact and trade with China. China invented gunpowder and the magnetic compass, which helped the Europeans out tremendously. In Arabia, the Europeans learned how to make better sails. And the Europeans also developed the movable rudder so they could steer the large ships more easily. And these technological improvements in navigation made it possible for the Europeans to sail farther than they had in the past. There was a Portugal prince, and his name was Prince Henry the Navigator, and he sponsored an exploration of the Atlantic coast of Africa. And in order to sponsor this, he developed a new, lighter ship better suited for oceanic exploration. Before, the ships were like super clunky and heavy, but now with this ship, people were allowed to go even farther distances. And a lot of the historians believe that Prince Henry played a key role in encouraging European exploration. So that would be the second one, advances in technology. You should be writing that in your second sale. All right, let's move on to the third one. The third one is the emergence of powerful European rulers. All right, in the early 15th century, the seafaring countries of Europe hoped to extend their influences through exploration. And how they did this, the strong rulers had established power over the unruly nobles, and those rulers built large armies and amassed great wealth by collecting taxes. So then they had more money and they were able to fund the explorations. So that will be the third one. You could put powerful rulers, emergence of powerful rulers. All right, let's go on to the fourth one. Fourth reason for European exploration was the desire for profits. Everybody wants to make a profit, and that's exactly what the Europeans wanted as well. Um, People were seeing the new wealth from the investment and trade after exploring. So, of course, everybody wanted to get their hand in the pot. Some hoped to increase their profits through the exploration, and many and all of them did. All right, so the fourth one is the desire for profit. Last reason, you should have four down. This is your fifth and final reason. Religious enthusiasm, which means they wanted to spread their religion. The European missionaries, especially from Spain and Portugal, they sought to spread the Christian religion. Okay, and Christian missionaries believed they not only had a superior religion, but also a superior culture. So they wanted to share it with the world. They wanted everybody to believe what they did. All right, so that should be your fifth, should be religion. Spread of religion, religious enthusiasm. Um, However you want to write it, that should be your fifth sale. All right, now last slide. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to be prepared tomorrow in class. I want you to be prepared to discuss, number one, what impact did Marco Polo's travel have on European exploration? Number two, what economic, social, and political factors motivated Europeans to explore the ocean. We're going to discuss those, do a little bit of writing, we'll do some activities, and we'll have a great time in class tomorrow. You guys get to bed early, quit playing your Xbox, and peace out, my friends.